full suite monolith, or best of breed solution? This can be such a tricky one for brands to decide on because on one hand, some businesses want something that's quick and easy to set up, so they'd rather have one vendor provide everything, only to find out that that setup can be a bit too rigid for their requirements. Now, on the other hand, we have businesses that want something that's highly innovative and highly customizable, like best of breed solutions, but that's usually associated with more complexity and can seem a little bit more daunting to compose. So which one is going to be right for you? Well, today we have Devon Hillard from Blackmagic Consulting, and he's here to talk about it. So with these pros and cons, what are the main things that businesses should be looking out for in deciding whether or not they should go with full suite or best of breed?
Absolutely. So for me, I think there's three main decision points that would lead a company to either head down one path or the other. The first one is going to be features and ensuring that the feature set of your end state e-commerce solution match your business requirements. So for instance, many monolithic solutions don't have any, or at least a strong B2B component. So if B2B is a big part of your business, those solutions simply aren't going to work for you. And that's obviously sort of a deal breaker and would mean you're going to have to pursue a path that allows you to meet those business needs by selecting the components that fit those requirements. For instance, with a best of breed approach. So making sure that you have the features that match your business requirements, I think that's the number one deciding factor, because otherwise it's all a waste of time.
Yeah, I mean, you make a really good point. I've heard that there are many different B2B companies that need special functionality. So that's like their custom business requirements that they don't have features that support these business requirements. So some of these are like price negotiations or custom catalogs or even spending limits. And I think those are some of the back-end functionality things that best of breed solutions or like those headless microservices solutions help to solve that full suite vendors just simply can't keep up with. Am I right, Devon?
Absolutely. I think that's sort of the lion's share of the potential issues there, is making sure that the back-end feature set matches your needs. There can also be limitations on the front end as well. So certain kind of packaged monolithic e-commerce solutions, specifically on the SaaS side, or especially on the SaaS side, can have really limited ability for you to customize the UI or to leverage APIs to drive kind of non-standard end user apps or appliances, which can be really critical for your business. So it's not just the back-end feature set, but if you want to have a really unique and innovative user experience through the catalog view or the buy flow, that may not be possible with certain kind of SaaS solutions where everything's kind of rolled into one and you're kind of limited with what pieces you're able to customize on the front end. Or if you want to have an in-store kiosk or a personal shopper device or the tablet inside of a Tesla, those are some unique scenarios that where the front end may not be well supported by a more monolithic solution.
And this is going to be even more important for those brands who are really focused on unique differentiation and wanting to outpace their competitors, multiple storefronts, delivering different channels. And I've seen where there are brands that have just completely struggled because they lack the flexibility to be able to deploy these types of experiences.
I think that's a critical point. I think that not only do businesses really have to be flexible and agile in order to kind of maintain their position within their niche's competitive landscape, but you can't just be running a basic catalog and click to purchase e-commerce store like you could 5 or 10 years ago. Amazon is kind of eating that world up. You really need to maintain brand differentiation, a specific kind of value add experience on your website that goes beyond adding things to a cart. I think that's really important. And obviously recently we've had this whole COVID-19 situation where companies that were able to very quickly roll out in-store pickup or on-curb pickup and have a tighter integration with their mobile app versus some of the competitors that got stuck with sort of a bit of a slower to evolve e-commerce platform. You could see the massive difference in business there because people were kind of flocking to the companies that could provide them more effective and more efficient ways to shop in this kind of new world. I think that's a key example of why it's important to have that flexibility and that agility these days with your e-commerce platform.
Yeah, so speed, flexibility, agility, those are becoming even more important. So now that we've spoken about features, what's next?